Introduction to Find Meaning in Chaos, 12 Powerful Rules for Modern Life. Hey there, friend. Welcome to a journey into understanding yourself, your world, and how to navigate the messy, complicated, and sometimes downright terrifying reality we all share. I'm thrilled you picked up Find Meaning in Chaos, 12 Powerful Rules for Modern Life. I truly believe it holds the key to creating a life that feels not just bearable but genuinely fulfilling. Let's face it, life isn't always easy. From the moment we're born, we're thrown into a world filled with uncertainty. School, relationships, work, family. It's a constant barrage of choices, challenges, and unexpected curveballs. It's easy to feel lost, overwhelmed, and like you're just drifting along without a compass. You might feel stuck in a rut, unsure of your purpose, or simply struggling to find joy in the everyday. Maybe you've tried to ignore the chaos. Maybe you've numbed yourself with endless streams of entertainment, unhealthy habits, or fleeting distractions. But deep down, you know that avoidance isn't the answer. You crave something more. You desire a life that feels meaningful, a life where you're actively shaping your destiny, not just reacting to it. That's where this book comes in. Find Meaning in Chaos isn't about providing easy shortcuts or instant fixes. It's about offering you a framework, a set of powerful, practical rules to help you understand the world's complexities, embrace its challenges, and discover your own personal path to a richer, more meaningful existence. Think of these 12 rules as guiding principles. They're not rigid commandments, but rather lenses through which you can view your life and make conscious choices that align with your values. They're designed to help you. Take responsibility. Instead of blaming your circumstances, learn to own your choices and actions. Discover the power of your potential and actively shape the world that you want to live in. Set meaningful goals. Break free from mindless wandering and discover your values. Learn how to set goals in every area of your life and start working towards them. Overcome fear. It is possible to turn every problem that you face into an opportunity. With the right mindset, learn to overcome your fears and move forward. Build stronger relationships. Learn to connect with others on a deeper level by communication, empathy, and active listening. Embrace the present. Learn to make your life better today by focusing on what you have and what you can control. Discipline yourself. With discipline, it is possible to achieve anything in your life. Learn strategies for staying on track, overcoming procrastination, and sticking to your plans. This isn't just a book to read, it's a book to use. Each chapter ends with practical exercises and thought-provoking questions designed to help you integrate these rules into your daily life. This is about taking action, experimenting, and learning from your experiences. Find Meaning in Chaos is for anyone who is willing to work towards a better life. Whether you're a student grappling with your future, a professional feeling burned out, or simply someone seeking more purpose and direction, this book can help you. This book is a step toward building a better you. By the end of our journey together, you'll possess the tools and motivation to overcome challenges, make wiser decisions, and create the life that truly resonates with your soul. So let's start our journey. Get ready to roll up your sleeves, dig deep, and discover the extraordinary potential that lies within you. The chaos may be ever-present, but so is your strength, your resilience, and your ability to find meaning in the midst of it all. All right, champion, let's do this. We're diving straight into Chapter 1. Stand tall, shoulders back, head up. Listen up. This isn't just about better posture. It's about reclaiming your power. Think about it. When you slouch, what message are you sending the world? I'm small. I'm insignificant. Please ignore me. No, absolutely not. You are anything but insignificant. Imagine a lobster, all hunched over, claws tucked in. That lobster isn't going to win any fights, is it? Now picture one standing tall, claws raised, ready to rumble. Which one do you think other lobsters will respect? You get the point. Let me tell you, fixing your posture is like flipping a switch in your brain. You physically expand, taking up more space. It's a signal to your own mind that you're ready. Ready for action, ready for opportunities, ready to conquer. Think about a job interview. You walk in, slumped over, eyes down. What impression do you make? You immediately telegraph insecurity. Now picture this. You walk in, shoulders back, head up, making eye contact with a firm handshake. Bang! Instant confidence boost. You've already won half the battle simply by how you present yourself. It's the same at a party. Do you want to be that person cowering in the corner? No, you don't. Square your shoulders, lift your chin, and walk into that room like you own it. Smile. Make eye contact. Engage. You are amazing, and it's time to show it. This applies to everyday life. When you're walking down the street, are you looking at your feet? Or are you taking in the world around you, confident in yourself and your place in it? Stand tall, my friend, and watch how the world changes around you. Opportunities will begin to show up. This isn't just about tricking people. It's about owning WHOURE. The physical act of standing tall reinforces a mindset of confidence and self-respect. It's a positive feedback loop. So from now on, be mindful of your posture. Every time you catch yourself slouching, correct it. Shoulders back, head up, eyes forward. Embrace your power, embrace your potential, and own it. You got this. Now go out there and stand tall. All right, champions, get ready because we're diving into a life changer. We're tackling Chapter 2. Treat yourself like someone you are responsible for helping. Let's face it. How many of you spend more time worrying about your friends, family, even your pets, than you do about yourself? Guilty? I see those hands. Well, stop. Because guess what? You are the most important project you will ever work on. Think about it. Would you let your best friend eat junk food every day, skip exercise, and stay up all night scrolling? No way. You'd be all over them, pushing them to eat better, move more, and get some sleep. So why aren't you doing that for yourself? This isn't about being selfish. This is about being smart. You can't pour from an empty cup. You can't help others effectively if you're running on fumes. You need to treat yourself with the same care, compassion, and dedication you would offer someone you love. Imagine your little nephew, Alex. He wants to be a coder. Would you let him give up after one coding challenge? Would you let him wallow in self-doubt? No. You'd encourage him, find resources to help, and celebrate his small victories. Guess what? You want to learn to play the guitar? Start writing that novel? Get healthier? Treat yourself like you'd treat Alex. Set realistic goals, break them down into manageable steps, and champion your own progress. Don't beat yourself up for setbacks. Learn from them and get back in the game. Fuel your body with good food, move it every day, and protect your mental health. Meditate, journal, talk to a friend. Do whatever you need to nourish your mind and spirit. Remember, you deserve your own support, your own encouragement, and your own unwavering belief. Become your own best friend, your own biggest advocate, and the most responsible person in your corner. Start treating yourself like someone you are responsible for helping, and watch your life transform. Now, go out there and take amazing care of YOU, because you absolutely deserve it. All right, champions, let's talk about the folks you surround yourself with. This is huge, I'm telling you. Let's dive into Chapter 3. Make friends with those who want good things for you. Imagine this. You're a plant. A beautiful, striving plant. Now, who's watering you? Who's pulling the weeds around you, making sure you get the sunshine you need? That's your friend. And conversely, who's dumping poison on your roots? Who's blocking your sunlight? Those are the friendships you gotta ditch, ASAP. Look, life's a climb. It's tough. You need people in your corner who are cheering you on, not tripping you up. These are the people who celebrate your wins, no matter how small they seem, and offer a hand when you stumble. They believe in you, even when you don't believe in yourself. Think about Mark. Mark wanted to start his own business. He told his friends, and one guy immediately said, "You, an entrepreneur? Come on, Mark, stick to what you know." Another friend, completely different vibe, high-fived him and said, "That's awesome, Mark! How can I help? Need to bounce ideas? I'm here." See the difference? One drains. One energizes. Here's the deal. Evaluate your relationships. Seriously. Not emotionally, but logically. Are these people genuinely happy for you when good things happen? Do they lift you up? Or do they subtly, Or, not so subtly, try to bring you down? Do they push you to be better? Or do they encourage you to stay stuck in your comfort zone? Toxic relationships suck the life out of you. They fill you with doubt, negativity, and self-loathing. They breed resentment and hold you back from achieving your full potential. You gotta cut them loose. It's not easy, I know, but your well-being depends on it. And remember this, it's okay to set boundaries. You are allowed to say no to things that don't serve you. You are allowed to limit contact with people who drain your energy. It's your life. Protect your energy and fill that space with real friends, people who want good things for you, not good from you. Go out there and find your tribe of supporters. The difference they will make in your life is incredible. This is your life. You deserve to be surrounded by positivity. Choose your friends wisely. You got this. All right, everyone, let's get fired up. Today, we're tackling something huge. Comparing yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today. Listen up. This is where so many people get completely derailed. You're scrolling through social media, seeing perfect lives, perfect bodies, perfect achievements, and bam, you feel like dirt. Sound familiar? Stop right now. That's a trap. It's poison for your progress. The only person you should be competing with is you. Yesterday's you. Focus on that and watch your life transform. Think about it. Michael, a talented programmer, was constantly comparing himself to the rockstar developers at his company. He felt inadequate, demotivated, and close to quitting. I sat down with Michael and asked, "Who were you a year ago, Michael?" He admitted he didn't even know how to code then. I slapped him on the back, figuratively of course, and said, "See, you've grown. Keep competing with your old self, and soon everyone will try to compete with you." Another example, my pal Jenny always longed to become a successful small business entrepreneur, but comparing herself to others always discouraged her and made her think that she would never be a successful entrepreneur, and because of this reason, she even dropped this journey in the middle several times. I always recommended that the only competitor she need to defeat is her old self. I asked her where she came from and what she managed to achieve so far in her life. After listening to my advice and comparing herself to her own past self, she started to feel empowered and then restarted her journey again, and she kept going now. Guess what? She is now a successful small business entrepreneur with many happy clients who constantly buy her service. Forget chasing someone else's highlight reel. Instead, celebrate your own small wins. Learned a new skill? Awesome. Finally kicked a bad habit? High five. Didn't give up when things got tough? You're a rock star. We all have our shortcomings, failures, and setbacks, but these are what define who we are. But it is important to learn from the past and not be too hard on ourselves. Forgive yourself and think about where you came from and now, after the failure, what you managed to build from the base. The real victory lies in personal growth, in becoming a little bit better, a little bit stronger, a little bit wiser each and every day. So ditch the comparisons, focus on yourself, and keep moving forward. You got this. Chapter 5. Don't let your children do anything that makes you dislike them. Whoa there, friend. I know, the title sounds super parenty, right? But trust me, this isn't just about kiddos. It's a powerful lesson about boundaries, expectations, and building relationships that actually lift you up, not drag you down. The core idea is this: unaddressed resentment is a relationship killer. Letting little things slide, then big things, then bam! You're harboring anger and disappointment. No good. Whether it's your child, your spouse, or your colleagues, unchecked behavior breeds dislike, and dislike poisons everything. Listen, your kids are figuring things out. They're testing limits, and you, as the guide, need to show them what's acceptable so they can grow into good people themselves. If your teenager constantly borrows your car and returns it on empty, don't just seethe. Talk. Lay down the law. Hey son, you're lucky enough to use my car, but when you do, I expect you to return it on gas so other members of the family can use it too. If not, I'll have to reconsider if I should keep giving you the benefit of borrowing my car. It's not about being a meanie. It's about teaching responsibility and respect. But this applies everywhere. At work, if your coworker keeps pushing their deadlines onto you, don't silently burn with stress and irritation. Firmly but respectfully say, "John, I'm currently swamped with my own tasks. It's affecting the quality of the work that I'm providing, and that's not acceptable for me. I'm not available to take on additional projects unless they're truly strategic for me. Boom! You've protected your time and avoided resentment. In your romantic relationship, if your partner always leaves the dishes for you, don't let it fester into silent rage. Communicate. Hey, honey, I'm happy to share responsibilities like any other team, but I feel like I'm doing all the dishes every night. From now on, let's share the load on alternate days. See the pattern? Clear expectations create a good team. It's not about the money, it's all about respect. When expectations are clear, resentment can be prevented. When you're honest about your limits and needs, you prevent the slow creep of dislike. Don't let anyone do things that consistently make you dislike them. Be your own guardian. Set those boundaries and watch your relationships thrive. You got this. All right, champions, listen up. Are you ready to explode with potential and become a force for good in the world? I know you are. But before you go charging into battle, sword in hand, ready to fix all the world's problems, I need you to do one thing. Chapter 6. Set your house in perfect order before you criticize the world. Think of it like this. You can't plant a beautiful garden in rocky, weed-infested soil. You gotta clear the weeds, till the ground, and nurture the earth first, right? Same deal with your life. It's tempting, I know, to point fingers and shout about all the things wrong with society, with politics, with your neighbor's questionable lawn ornaments. Easy. Anybody can complain. But let me tell you a secret. Complaining is like sitting in a rocking chair. It gives you something to do, but it doesn't get you anywhere. Before you even think about judging the world, ask yourself, is your house in order? And I don't just mean, is your living room tidy? Although tidiness does help. I'm talking about your inner house. Your mental space. Your relationships. Your life. Are you living with integrity? Are you working towards your goals? Are you treating the people around you with respect and kindness? Are you taking care of your health? Are you speaking kindly to yourself? If the answer to any of those questions is a resounding no, then hold up. Slow your roll. Example. Imagine my friend. We will call him David. David was always posting angry rants online about political corruption, social injustice, the price of coffee. He spent hours scrolling through news feeds, getting more and more furious. But guess what? He was also incredibly disorganized. He was late paying his bills, always blamed others for problems, wasn't showing up for his friends, and his apartment looked like a tornado swept through. One day I sat him down and asked, David, how can you expect to fix the world's problems when you can't even fix your own life? It stung. But it was the truth. David took that to heart. He started small. He created a budget. He started waking up earlier and exercising. He volunteered to help out a sick neighbor. He cleaned his apartment. Wow, that took a while, smiley face. And guess what happened? His anger subsided. Not because the world suddenly became perfect, but because he was focused on making his world better. And when he was making progress, he felt more powerful. It led to more positive changes. So what's your house going to be and it looks? Here's your challenge. Start with one thing. Just one. Maybe it's as simple as making your bed every morning. Maybe it's finally addressing that difficult conversation you've been avoiding. Maybe it's committing to a healthy lifestyle. Whatever it is, start now. Because, seriously, you, focusing on yourself, that's not selfish or arrogant. It's the most powerful thing you can do to make a real, lasting difference. When you are strong, centered, and striving to be the best version of yourself, you naturally inspire others. You become a beacon of hope. And that, my friends, is how you change the world. Now get out there and make some magic, okay? You got this. All right, champions, buckle up, because we're about to dive headfirst into the powerhouse principle of purpose. This is not a drill. This is about unlocking the secret to a life so rich, so vibrant, it'll make your soul sing. Chapter 7. Pursue what is meaningful, not what is expedient. Listen, we all crave comfort. Candy, TV binges, instant approval. They're like little sirens calling us to the rocks of short-term gratification. Expediency whispers, easy, now, feel good. But friends, expediency is a trap. Meaning, on the other hand, meaning is the compass pointing to true north. It's the fire in your belly that pushes you to climb mountains, even when your legs are screaming. It's the quiet voice inside that says, "This matters. This is you." Think about it. Crushing a bag of chips feels great for, 10 minutes? But building a business, mastering a skill, helping someone in need, that resonates. That fills you up. That leaves a mark. The meaning versus expediency test. Imagine two paths. One leads to a fancy new gadget you think you want. The other leads to volunteering at an animal shelter, even though you'll be covered in fur and cleaning cages. Which one will you remember fondly in 5 years? Which one will tell a story about the kind of person you are? The answer, my friends, is your compass. It's not always easy. Meaning often demands sacrifice. It means waking up early, facing your fears, pushing past the pain. It means saying no to the immediate dopamine hit, to embrace something longer lasting and profoundly more rewarding. How to find your meaning. This isn't about some grand, sweeping, world-changing destiny. It's about uncovering what you care about, what makes you feel alive. Tap into your values. What's truly important to you? Honesty? Creativity? Kindness? Figure it out and build your life around those pillars. Pay attention to what sparks joy. What activities make you lose track of time? What problems do you feel compelled to solve? These are clues. Experiment. Try new things. Take a class. Volunteer. Start a project. You never know what hidden passions you might uncover. Reflect on your life. Think about times when you felt really proud of yourself or the work you did. What was that about? And how can you do more of it? So ditch the empty calories of easy and fuel your soul with the nutritious power of meaning. Embrace the challenge. Embrace the journey. Because a life lived on purpose, that's a life truly lived. Now go out there and create something amazing. Your future self will thank you. Alright, champ, get ready to feel the truth bomb. This is IT. Chapter 8. Tell the truth. OR. At least don't lie. Look, I'm not saying you have to confess every single thing you've ever done wrong to your grandma. But I am saying that integrity, honesty, that's the bedrock upon which you build a life worth living. It's the foundation of rock-solid relationships, unshakable confidence, and the unwavering knowledge that you can look yourself in the mirror. Think about it. A lie, any lie, is like a tiny crack in a dam. You might think it's small, insignificant. A little white lie here, a fib there. Who cares, right? Wrong. Those cracks grow. They compound. They eventually erode the entire structure until, boom, the whole thing collapses. Maybe you tell your boss you finished a project when you haven't. Little lie, right? But then you're scrambling to catch up, stressed out, and probably doing a mediocre job because you're rushing. And suddenly, your integrity's out the window. This also slowly erodes your work performance and may cause you losing the job. Or maybe you tell your friend you like their new haircut when you really think it looks like a bird's nest. That avoidance of an awkward situation? Instead of that, think about being kind instead of lying. It's definitely unique. You wear it well. Or not my taste and does not work for you. Honesty, delivered with tact, builds genuine connection. Don't lie to yourself either. That's the most dangerous lie of all. Saying, "I'll start tomorrow," over and over again. Telling yourself you're not good enough when you haven't even tried. That's poison to your potential. The truth? It sets you free. Embrace it. Demand it of yourself and others. Even if it's uncomfortable. Even if it's scary. Choose integrity. Choose authenticity. From now on, lean into honesty and be authentic. All right, champions, listen up. Are you ready to unlock the power of your ears? Chapter 9. Assume that the person you are listening to might know something you don't. Boom. Think about that for a second. It's not about being naive. It's about being smart. It's about recognizing that everyone, even little Timmy down the street, has lived a life you haven't. They've seen things, learned things, felt things that are brand new to your experience. Stop cutting people off mid-sentence. Stop formulating your rebuttal while they're still talking. You are missing gold. Every conversation is a potential masterclass, a free lesson delivered by a unique individual. Don't waste it. Let's paint a picture. Imagine you're arguing with your colleague Bob about the best way to market a new product. You've got your ideas, right? Solid gold, pure genius. But instead of just bulldozing over Bob and proving him wrong, which, let's be honest, is what most people do, you decided to actually listen. Hear what he's really saying. Dig deep. Ask questions. Bob, that's an interesting point. Can you tell me more about why you think that approach is best? Really listen to his answer. Maybe Bob worked in a similar field years ago and he learned from experience. We tried that same idea before and it did not work because you may avoid the costly mistakes. Suddenly, bam! You realize Bob has a point. His experience offers some insights you didn't think about. You shift your strategy, incorporating Bob's ideas. And guess what? The whole marketing campaign is a huge success. The key is humility. It's accepting that you don't know everything. It's embracing the possibility that you might be wrong. It is the willingness to learn and improve yourself with others sharing their knowledge. Let's face it, our ego loves to be right. It craves validation. But growth comes from learning, and learning comes from listening. It's about opening your mind, letting in new ideas, and expanding your world. So next time you're in a conversation, challenge yourself. Bite your tongue when you want to interrupt. Focus on understanding, not responding. Ask clarifying questions. Show genuine interest. You might not always agree. You might still think your idea is better. But you'll gain understanding. And you might just find a breakthrough you never expected. The world opens up when you choose to listen. You got this. Let's go out there and become master listeners. All right, champions. Let's dive into Chapter 10. Be precise in your speech. Listen up, folks. Mushy words get you mushy results. Vagueness is the enemy of progress. You gotta be a laser, not a floodlight. Precision isn't just about sounding smart. It's about getting what you want. Think of it like this. Ever tried ordering food using only gestures and grunts? Probably got the wrong thing, right? Life's the same. If you're blurry, you won't get clarity. If you're wishy-washy, you'll get wishy-washy outcomes. Let's say John feels unhappy at work. Vague, right? What specifically makes him unhappy? Is it the repetitive tasks? The lack of recognition? A bully boss? Until he digs down and articulates the exact problem, he's just stewing in a pot of generic unhappiness. Now, imagine John thinks it through and says, I feel unappreciated because my contributions aren't acknowledged during team meetings. Boom! Suddenly, he has something concrete to address. He can talk to his boss, find a new team, or learn to speak up more confidently. See the power of precision, folks? It's not just about identifying problems. It's about communicating them. If Kelly wants her husband to help more around the house and says, you never help with chores, that's an accusation loaded with vague negativity. She's more likely to get an argument than actual help. Instead, if she says, honey, could you please unload the dishwasher when you're done watching TV? That would really help me out. She's being specific, polite, and setting a clear expectation. She's focusing the beam. Precision isn't being complicated. It's about being clear. Define your goals with laser-like focus. Articulate your needs with unwavering clarity. Ask specific questions when seeking answers. You owe it to yourself to ditch the ambiguity and embrace the power of precise speech. It's the key to unlocking your potential and manifesting the life you deserve. Now go out there and speak with power. All right, champions. Let's dive into a rule that might seem simple, even quirky, but holds a powerful key to unlocking your potential and the potential of those around you. Chapter 11. Do not bother children when they are skateboarding. Now, I'm not literally telling you to never say hello to kids shredding at the skate park, unless they're clearly deep in concentration attempting a kickflip for the first time. This rule is about so much more than just skateboarding. It's about trust, calculated risks, and the undeniable power of learning through experience, even if it involves falling and getting your knees scraped. Think about it. What's happening when a child is learning to skateboard? They're pushing their boundaries. They're facing potential falls. They're dealing with the consequences of their actions. They learn to adjust, correct, and eventually nail that ollie. Every stumble, every near miss is a lesson etched into their very core. Now imagine hovering over that child, constantly yelling, "Be careful, you're going to fall." Are you sure you want to try that? What happens? You kill their confidence. You stunt their growth. You teach them to fear failure instead of learning from it. You also build the habit of overthinking, which will make their life a living hell. Don't do that. That's what this rule is about. Stop hovering. Stop protecting people from every potential bump in the road. Stop being so afraid of risks that you prevent growth. We all have skateboards in our lives. These are the challenges we face, the new skills we're learning, the risky ventures we're undertaking. Maybe it's starting a new business. Maybe it's learning a new language. Maybe it's simply stepping outside your comfort zone and trying something new. Don't be afraid to hit the concrete. Of course, this isn't about recklessness. It's about calculated risk. We all need parents, mentors, and friends to guide us in the right direction and protect us when necessary, but sometimes they need to step back and allow us navigate the terrain of life on our own. And that's more than okay. Find the right balance and let people learn by doing. Embrace the stumbles and celebrate the small victories. Because that, my friends, is how we grow. All right, champions, let's dive into rule number 12. Pet a cat when you encounter one on the street. Okay. I know what you're thinking. What does petting a cat have to do with achieving my dreams and conquering the world? And I get it. It sounds small, almost insignificant. But trust me, this little act holds a big secret to a happier, more fulfilling life. The world is a wild place. It throws challenges, deadlines, and stress at us left and right. We're constantly striving, pushing, and trying to climb higher. And that's fantastic. I want you hungry. But if you forget to appreciate the little things along the way, you'll arrive at the top exhausted, burned out, and maybe even a little empty. Petting a cat, or admiring a flower, or watching a sunset is a reminder. It's a tiny pause button on the relentless machine of life. It's a chance to consciously choose joy, to soak in a moment of simple beauty. When you see that furry friend basking in the sun, take a moment, offer a gentle stroke. Feel the soft fur, hear the purr. It's a direct line to the present moment, a valuable gift we often overlook. Think of my friend Mark. Mark was always chasing the next promotion, the bigger house, the faster car. He was successful, yes, but he was also miserable. He was so focused on the future that he was completely missing the present. Then one day, slumped over his desk at lunch, Mark saw an old, beat-up stray cat sitting on his windowsill. He offered the cat half his sandwich and gently petted him. Mark said he couldn't explain it, but in that moment all the stress just vanished. It was that touch of reality and a gentle purr that gave him energy to carry on. It's learning to embrace the small things that add to your total energy and life experience. These moments of respite are not a waste of time. They're fuel. They recharge your mental batteries, reduce stress, and give you a fresh perspective. They remind you what's truly important: connection, beauty, and the simple joys of being alive. So keep striving, keep pushing, keep reaching for your goals. But don't forget to pet a cat. Embrace the small joy that can add to your big success. All right, folks, listen up. You've made it to Chapter 13. Give yourselves a massive pat on the back, because this is where things get real. We're diving headfirst into the incredible, life-altering power of forgiving yourself and moving on. Let's be brutally honest. We all mess up. We stumble, we fall, we say things we regret, we make decisions that smack us in the face later. That's life. The thing that separates the winners from the, well, let's just say the still figuring it outs, is how quickly you dust yourself off and get back in the game. Holding on to guilt and regret is like chaining yourself to a concrete block and expecting to run a marathon. It's impossible. That weight will drag you down, poison your mind, and keep you stuck in the past. Imagine this. Peter poured his heart and soul into launching a new business, but it went absolutely wrong after spending all of his life earnings. He spent months beating himself up. I should have done this differently. I was so stupid. I'll never be successful. But here's the turning point. One day, he decided he had enough. He acknowledged his mistakes, learned from them, and said, okay, that happened. Now what's next? He sought advice, researched new strategies, and eventually launched a smaller, more manageable venture. This time, he nailed it. All because he chose to forgive himself for the past and channeled that energy into building something better. The key is this. Forgiveness isn't about saying what you did was okay. It's about acknowledging it, learning from it, and choosing to release the emotional baggage that's holding you hostage. It's about saying, I messed up. I'm not perfect, but I'm also not going to let this ruin my future. You have to understand that mistakes are not death sentences. They are lessons. They are opportunities for growth. Don't let them define you. Instead, let them refine you. So how do you actually do it? How do you forgive the unforgivable? Yourself. Start small. Acknowledge the mistake without excessive self-criticism. Say to yourself, okay, I did X. It wasn't ideal. What can I learn from this? Then ask yourself, what steps can you take to make amends if necessary? It could be apologizing, fixing a problem, or simply changing your behavior in the future. Finally, release it. Imagine letting go of that heavy weight. Visualize yourself stepping forward into a brighter future, free from the chains of regret. You're not perfect, and that's okay. You are a work in progress. Embrace the mess, learn from your mistakes, forgive yourself, and move on. You got this. Now, go out there and create the amazing life you deserve. All right, champions, let's talk about something real. Let's talk about something that might sting a little, but will set you free. Accept that life isn't fair. Look around. You'll see people born into incredible wealth, with opportunities falling into their laps. Then you'll see folks battling uphill, facing obstacles that seem impossible to overcome. It burns, I know. It feels insulting. Your brain screams, this isn't right. And you know what? You're right. It isn't always right. Life has no guarantee of fairness. No cosmic rulebook saying everyone starts on equal footing. But here's the firecracker of truth. Raging against the unfairness doesn't fix it. It cripples you. Think of it like this. Imagine two people, both dealt a bad hand. Alex spends all day griping about how unfair the game is, pointing fingers and feeling sorry for himself. He sees others winning and just festers. He does nothing to improve his own game because he's too busy whining to others. Meanwhile, Blake acknowledges the unfairness. Yeah, he got a tough break, it sucks. But instead of becoming paralyzed by bitterness, Blake says, okay, this is what I've got. How can I play it smart? How can I learn new skills? How can I find resources? Blake becomes resourceful. Blake actively learns and improves instead of complaining and blaming. Whose life do you think will be more fulfilling? Whose story will be more inspiring? It's Blake, right? See, the key isn't to deny the reality of injustice. It's about choosing how you respond to it. You can be consumed by resentment, or you can channel that frustration into power. So the next time you feel that sting of unfairness, acknowledge it. Let yourself feel it. Then, take a deep breath and ask yourself, what can I do right now? What small step can I take towards my goals, despite the obstacles in my path? Don't be Alex, be Blake. Life isn't fair, but your response can be legendary. Now go out there and earn your victory. Let's go. All right, champions, buckle up, because we're diving headfirst into the exciting, sometimes terrifying world of change. This is your call to arms, your invitation to stop fearing the unknown and start conquering it. We're talking about Chapter 15, Embrace Change and Find the Silver Lining. Listen, I get it. Change is scary. Our brains are wired for comfort. We like the familiar, the predictable. It's a safe haven, that comfy zone. But let me tell you a secret. Nothing great ever came from playing it safe. Ever. Think about it. A seed that stays buried never becomes a mighty tree. A caterpillar that refuses to change never experiences the joy of flight. You, my friend, were not put on this earth to stay the same. So what's the deal with embracing change? It's about shifting your perspective. Instead of seeing change as a threat, see it as an opportunity. See it as a chance to learn, grow, and evolve into an even more awesome version of yourself. Let's say your company decides to restructure. Boom. Instant fear. You might think, oh no, I might lose my job, and that is valid, but let's flip this. Maybe they noticed your potential and is planning to put you at a place where you would utilize your skills more and have a better opportunity. The key is to acknowledge the fear, recognize it, but not let it paralyze you. Ask yourself, what skills can I develop? What new connections can I make? How can I adapt and thrive in this new environment? Use that change to learn new skills and propel to the next level. And what about the silver lining? Every cloud has one, even if it's hidden deep within. Finding it takes effort, a conscious decision to look for the good. Often, the silver lining is a lesson learned, a new perspective gained, or a hidden strength discovered. Remember John, who felt lost when his favorite cafe closed down? He loved his routine, his regular coffee spot. But instead of wallowing, he took it as a sign to finally pursue his dream of opening his own bakery. Turns out, that closed coffee shop was the kick in the pants he needed. Change is inevitable. Life throws curveballs. But how you react to those curveballs, that's what defines you. Choose to embrace the uncertainty. Choose to look for the silver lining. Choose to become stronger, wiser, and more resilient. You got this. Now go out there and own it. Embrace the change and find the gold waiting for you on the other side.